Good morning traders, it's Samurai Trader here. Just welcome to some trading that I'm doing. As most of you are aware, I love trading the NQ, and you'll also hear me talk about how dangerous it can be because of fast-moving markets in trying to trade two markets at once. So I've been trading the NQ, which has been very kind to me, and I've just snapped off 4 quick trades on the ES as well. Now it's down under. It's Tuesday the 5th of the 1st 2016, and we've still seen some really good volume today. So we're up already, let me just check here, about 1.7 million contracts. So I've snapped off 4 quick trades. Up the top here we had a lovely double top at T7. That was 10 contracts for 6 ticks. Had a T25 here, 10 contracts for 6 ticks. Had another T25 here, 10 contracts for 6 ticks. Now up here I had a higher low, and I just waited for some consolidation. I wasn't sure on this one because you've got the 34, which acts as very strong resistance, and not far above it was the 89, which is even stronger, as we'll come to in a moment. So I decided to jump in over here. We went up and I was ready for this. We bounced on the 89, so I was going for 6 ticks. So it bounced at +5. I went to break even +2, and it come down and took me out. So that was 10 contracts by 25 a contract. Then though, and woulda shoulda coulda, this was a beautiful 89B, another 89B, then we've just had another 89B. So you can just see how powerful the 89 can be for support, in this case resistance, along with the 200. So we can see we've got a very strong trend. Now the NQ, I've got to let me just check that. I've got to just take a couple of things there. So the NQ has been some great trading on the NQ. Once again, across all of the markets, there's been some fantastic opportunities. On the black gold, on oil, we've seen 400,000 contracts trade today, so there's been some great volume. Now what else have we got here? I had another T25 just here. Now this is I just want to explain this. Now on this particular one, which I didn't take, I've hit my 400 plus per contract. I've got my NQ plus my ES, so I've had a great trading morning. And remember, it's still, well, for me down under, I'm still technically on holiday, so this is all in 20 minutes. I've been trading the NQ a little bit longer, so I've finished for the day. But just one point I wanted to bring up here on this T25. This is a classic example where you're in on the close of this candle just here, and it hit +5. So that's when I like to go to break even, or at least +1. And we've come up here, and once again we've come and bounced off the 89. Here you just had another T25, and just here you've just had a T25 on the close there. Just be very cautious around your pivots. So we can see we've got a pivot just here. So it's been another fantastic morning on trading. Let me just check something else here. Okay, so we'll likely get a bit of a bounce here. Who knows what the market's going to do? And this is the other thing in trading with the trend now. As much as I've taken technically two counter trend trades, this top one up here was a counter trend. This was a counter trend. Just be very for newer traders, be very cautious, because what proves up the trend is when your 8 is below the 34. Okay, 8's below the 34. So what you actually had there was what? A T20. You had a T20, you had a T20. So with your T20s with the trend, they're a very safe trade. Once again, your 8 under the 34, your 34 under the 89, and your 89 under the 200. Okay, so we're seeing a nice bounce up. One more thing, when you see price action gapping away from the 8 EMAs you can see here, okay, just be prepared for a pullback. Okay, now it's only a small pullback there, okay, but just keep an eye on that. Once again, traders, with trading, there's so many different things that in the end you can watch. So for the newer traders, let me just reinforce this. Like with the day traders fast track program, as you know, I constantly say, yes, I'll teach you 10 to 14 great strategies, but you only need to focus on one, and in fact only focus on one. They're all high probability. Focus on one, become an expert at it. Now your trend following trades are once again your T1, your T2, your T25s. Your T20 can be with the trend, your 34 bounces, your 89 bounces. These are all trend following strategies. So become very, very good at those, and remember, master one before you move on to another. Become a master, become a specialist. It's just so important with your trading. As what I see traders around the globe, they want to trade too many different things. They have become, if you like, jack of all trades, master of none. I want you to achieve spectacular results and become master day traders, and you do that by wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. So on your trading plan, or in your trading plan, have one strategy until you get that down pat, and you develop what I call the blink. In a blink of an eye you can see the setup. Now with your trading dome, another thing too, in moving your stops, like moving this here, where I was after 6 ticks, it hit +5, I then went to break even. Master those. Now this market is moving fairly quickly, I'll give you that. And by the way, I was just waiting for this. Let me just show you here. Alright, now remember time of day turns. Let me just show you this, and this one I'm going to post to the general public, but I don't mind our non-client, our non-students seeing this. Okay, so what we had over here was we had our 130 turn. Look at this here. It was a double top, and of course away it went. So we had a beautiful 130 turn here. Bang. What have we got here, traders? This is a 2 p.m. turn. Look at that there. Virtually turned perfectly, and it formed an 89B, an 89 bounce. 89B, 89B, 89B. Okay, and not only was it an 89B, but it was also a 2 p.m. turn. So just be aware of those. Now once again, you may be thinking, gee, it's a lot of things to keep an eye, or to be thinking about. Remember, have all of this typed up, your key points. So anyway, I'm starting to go on a bit. So traders, I just want to bring a couple of slides up, so I'll just put this on hold for a moment. So just as I'm preparing these slides, what do we got here now? Another what? For my students, you've got another double top 89B with the trend, and you're breaking through a little pivot here. So one thing I haven't put up is the risk disclaimer. Of course, traders, don't trade with the rent money. Get the right education, and there's no need to spend a fortune in gaining the right education. If you're not already a student, you can email me. You can also obtain my free ebook, The Truth About Day Trading. For $197 you obtain the world's best day trading strategies. I give you weekly updates. I handle all your customer support as far as or support as a student. And yes, we are going to be opening the live trading room this year. I know all my students are hanging out for that. I've just got some major consulting projects to complete first of all. And look at this T89. Let's have a quick look at this. It's flying at the moment. So you can see it here. It's fallen away beautifully. So what you also had up here, you've had basically, it was also T89 and a 34 bounce. You had another little T25 just here, T25. In fact, now remember, traders, the most powerful moving average you can have in trading is the 8 EMA. If you follow the 8, you will never go wrong with your trading. But now when I say that, I'm not talking about going wrong with one trade at a time. Remember, you must be thinking in blocks of 20. In other words, too many traders focus on one trade. They have a losing trade and it shatters their confidence. Anyway, more of that for another time. So if you're not already a student, please go to my website where you'll be kept up to date. but also make the investment, $197, and then I'll be training you as a student of mine. Thank you, traders. I'll see you on the next video. Good trading.